we are starting this week off with a new energy. We have this Ace of Wands energy today, which is like an initiative, like a stirring of our spirit, because it's an Ace of Fire. So it's like our spirit has been struck with this new idea or this new project and feeling this energy that's really like quite literally fired up. And that's really refreshing. This can be like the birth of a new idea, the birth of a new project, or something that we really feel excited to put our energy toward. It can be a creative project. It can be just something that really fires up your spirit. The challenge that we're facing today is this energy of the Magician. Consider that the Magician is associated with Mercury, and that is a planet that is how we talk about things, how we speak about things, how we see things. And so we have to be really careful about how we share these things with people and how we, like, what words we use in language to speak about these things, because it can be really limiting if we speak about something in a place of certainty around impossibility rather than the energy of potential around what is to come. And consider that when we are about to go into this new moon in a couple days on the 1st of April, Mercury is going to be in that same conjunction with the moon and the sun. And typically, if you were born with your Mercury and your sun within just a few degrees, people would say you don't necessarily have a clear vision of yourself and your capabilities, because you have the messenger who is placed so close to the sun that there's no perspective, there's no ability to see oneself. It's like having a flashlight glaring at you and you're just blinded by it. You don't actually see what you're capable of because of this interaction with the sun and your Mercury so close in the sky when you were born. And so we're about to go through that experience, all of us, with this new moon that's happening. So it's kind of interesting to me because they're going to be going into Aries, and then we also have the North Node, or I'm sorry, Chiron in Aries right now. The North Node is in Taurus. Chiron is in Aries right now, and Chiron is the wounded healer. So we have this ability, I believe, to actually heal some aspect of ourselves that will engage our ability to then place our arrow towards where we are aiming in life. But we have to be able to consider that maybe the way that we've spoken about these wounds in the past is something that needs to be evolved and worked with, because the Magician is someone who is self-sufficient and can materialize and manifest whatever their dreams are in their heart. And yet it's really important for us to realize that we can be really limiting to ourselves based on how we speak about things. So how do we get through that challenge? Well, we have the the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is this energy of moving forward in a cautious way. You see that the horse has one foot up in the air, not up in the air, but is lifted as if they're like walking in a very purposeful way. And so we have to be like receptive to our environment and to the conversations that are coming in, so that we have this emotional awareness around how we maneuver through certain situations and actually use our intuition to guide us through circumstances. Like if you're crossing a raging river, or you want to cross a river, you don't cross it where it's raging the hardest. You find a place where the river thins out and maybe some solid flat stones that you can walk about, and you read your environment. And that is really what this Knight of Cups is doing. Now, our ultimate outcome of the day is Venus, and via the Empress. And the Empress is this energy of like putting our feet on the ground and actually like preparing something before it actually goes out into the world. So what do you need to put together? What do you need to piece together with this grand idea? Because the Empress is the mother of the Tarot deck, of the major arcana. And so she is preparing something. She's like the doorway for some new experience that will greatly shift our life. And what we are entering into for the next, 75 days or so is this interesting aspect that's going to be happening, which is actually going to be affecting us for a number of years. And so what do you need to put in place? What do you need to ground? What do you need to anchor in your dream? And what can you trust is in becoming? Because consider that there's a certain amount of beauty that is witnessed when you work with plants and when you work with growing things, right? Because it's not like you plant something and then you sit over the seed and you're like, grow, 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 grow. Like time does that. Gravity does that. Watering it does that. Feeding it does that. But ultimately, there's this context and variable of time that things evolve in and grow in. And so this is something that we're all going through right now, quite literally. We are preparing something that we want to bring out into the world. And what we are preparing to bring out in the world will greatly affect our lives for many years to come. So it's key that we have faith and trust in this idea and this new beginning that is being stirred in us, and knowing that the earth out there in this grand schematic of existence that we are living in and growing in and evolving in, it has far more potential than our mind would like to tell us based on the experiences that we've already had. And so I ask you to consider that and to put your faith in this experience and make sure that you put your energy and effort toward your dream, because when it comes down to actualization, we are often the one thing that gets in our way. I send you so much love today and a good wish to get through this Monday in the beginning of the week. We are stepping into some interesting transits, and I think we're about to break through our seed shell. I send you a lot of love and a good wish, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.